Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 InThePitFuturesTrading.com coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, March 10th. Looking at the last 2 days of the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And let's just start off by saying I had a really shitty day, and I'm really furious at nobody but myself. If you watched my morning video, I basically said this morning we were all over the place. I said I didn't think it would be healthy to gap higher. Or if we did, not by a lot, I'd rather see this market push back into yesterday's range, see volume dry up, and then come back out and attack the gap. Well, it's what we did, but a lot went on prior to that. So in A period, I gapped open for I think less than a second, filled it, came down to value high, took a long trade, worked out very nicely. B, inside bar, came out of B to the came out of B to the downside, took it out, and this is where I got myself in trouble. At the time, this is important, at the time value was totally higher on the day. It was starting to do what I thought would be healthy, right? I didn't care that at one time frame down. I thought the indices were all up pretty good, very good actually at the time. Value was high. I was actually happy it pulled back. So a lot of people take shorts when it took B's low. I was looking for a long, and I got long right before A's low, and I added to it. And basically at the bottom it's C's low at yesterday's POC and around M's high, right? I thought that was pretty important. I didn't want to get into M's range. I said if we get into M's range this morning, right on the video, good chance you trade the whole thing. So yes, I was looking for this market to come in, but I didn't think we'd take back just about 99.9% of the day. So we started flushing out even more. I got out of the trade for a pretty big loss. We went further down in D. We went further down in E. We missed yesterday's low in the SPY by 5 cents. We had 2 sets of single prints. So we had a trend day down now. So now I'm like, okay, even though I took a pretty big loss, maybe I wasn't, right on that call. But then right after E, you could just sense that things were turning, right? F came up, filled 1 set of single prints. G inside bar. H came up. It filled the single prints in the ES, did not in the SPY. So then at the time I was like, well, maybe could that be an afternoon rally high? Again, if you don't look at the last couple of time frames, we had a B shape going for long liquidation. So I thought maybe we'd come back. Well, we did come back. I had another opportunity to buy it, but number one, couple of things now. Number one, you're a bit scarred because I took a big hit. That's number one. Number two, value, which was higher when I did that first trade, went to overlapping to overlapping the lower, back to overlapping. It was all over the place. So value really wasn't in my favor. But more importantly, you see this little ledge we had here at D, F, and G? I thought J would flush that out. And if they did, and we didn't take out the low, or we took out the low and came right back in, I was planning on getting back in. It obviously didn't do that. Started trading back up. And then the more it went up, the more I just sat there, more pissed off at myself and furious as we just rip up, have a price spike in L, a price probe in M, take back a huge part of the gap, and go out on the highs. Now, the fact that we did trade all the way down here, again, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. We held those 2 monthly lows. We held yesterday's low. But the fact that we probed, well, not so much probe, it's like a pinprick. We got that down far down to it, and volume was increasing in C, D, and E. I was like, okay, maybe the big guys are back. But this turn of events, the volume again, very good today, 258 million with the after hours. So we're going to do another 280 or so. So that's actually very good volume when on a market that was up just about 5%. So that's pretty impressive. But God, it's when you lose your composure a little. Not that I lost my composure, but I was just really upset at myself. And you don't want to start doing anything stupid and whatnot. I'll give myself credit for not, shorting it or getting involved when I shouldn't, but not a good day. So sorry for venting, but it happens. If people tell you it doesn't happen, they're full of shit. Okay, tomorrow's another day. Upside. Let's see. Today's upside. Okay, it will be, today's high of 288.52, which we closed just off of, and then filling the gap of 290.23. So that gap, which was 604 points from yesterday, is now down to 171. Pretty impressive. They took a lot back. Above that, we have 295.07, which is 9 wide from the 16th. I'm sorry, not from the 16th, from the 6th of March 6th. Then we have 298.78 daily high, and then filling a gap at 300.01. That's a 123-point gap from March 6th. And then 304.18, an afternoon rally high from March 5th. For the downside, L's high. That's your price probe. We don't know if it's accepted or not until the day opens tomorrow. So your first downside destination is 286.55, your price probe. Your next destination is your price spike, right? That's when we took out A's high. So the base of it is A's high of 285.18. Then we have that beautiful afternoon pullback low at 276.11. Today's low of 273.50. Yesterday's low of 273.45. And then on the charts, so monthly, we're one time framing down. 2 bits of good news. So far, we've held those 2 monthly lows I just gave, that I've been giving you, right, at the 273 and 272 level. And we're back into last month's range. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Weekly, we're still down. We still have an inside week down. I said outside week down yesterday. I apologize. Inside week down. We still have the gap as of now. Went over that 287 level like it wasn't even there late in the day. So we'll see how that reacts. Again, I say it many times. One day doesn't make a market. But for now, we closed above 287. Very critical level, right? Remember, just quickly, I'll do this. I don't know if you have when we went down the first time after we hit 287, stayed down a while. Second time, that was that disaster back in December of 18. But then the last time, in May, June of 19, didn't stay down there long. Then again, didn't stay down there long. So now it'll be interesting. Well, it's only 1 week that we're below it. Be very interesting if we get, today's only Tuesday, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if we're able to close above 287, fill the gap, and get back into this balance, well, then maybe we don't spend a lot of time below 287, just like the last 2 times. We spent less and less time the last 2. So that remains to be seen, but something to keep in mind. And then on the daily, I've never seen 2 daily bars like this in my life, except on probably penny stocks, which I never traded. Look at this bar from yesterday. Look at this bar from today. Absolutely, they're obscene. Back in balance since we stopped one time framing down. I'll call it a 2-day balance for now. We'll see what transpires tomorrow. Do we get back into this whole balance? I know we're back into this day, but I'm going to wait. Just call it a 2-day balance. We'll use today's high and yesterday's low, which is a huge balance all on its own. Once again, very good volume, like I said. So we'll see if the bulls are able to close this gap tomorrow, or if the bears push them back down below the 287 level and back into today's range. Hope you had a better day trading than I did. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.